I bet you didn't know how deep the world of motorcycle clubs goes. Revving through history, motorcycle gangs and clubs in the USA. You see them on the highway, rumbling past in a chrome and leather wave motorcycle clubs. To some, they're freedom and rebellion. To others, they're intimidating. Today, we're hitting the road to explore the fascinating world of motorcycle clubs in the USA. We'll separate myths from realities and take a hard look at their cultural impact. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride. You can't talk about motorcycle gangs without mentioning the granddaddies of them all, the Hells Angels. Known for their bold presence, unmistakable style, and a reputation that precedes them, they were founded in 1948 in Southern California, a region that became synonymous with their rebellious spirit. They quickly became the poster boys for the biker image, leather jackets, roaring Harleys, and a sense of freedom. But their reputation wasn't just about style. It was about a lifestyle that challenged societal norms and embraced the open road. The Angels will tell you they're about riding and brotherhood, a bond as strong as the steel of their bikes. But their history is paved with more than a few broken laws. From barroom brawls to high-profile legal battles. They earned the One Percenter label, a badge indicating they operate outside the law, a symbol of their defiance. In 1946, a group of scrappy vets formed the Boozefighters Motorcycle Club, craving camaraderie and a sense of belonging. These were men who had faced the chaos of battle and returned home to a quieter, lonelier world. They sought a new kind of brotherhood, one that could match the intensity of their shared experiences. They found it in the thrill of the ride, the roar of the engines, and the open road that stretched endlessly before them. For these men, the road wasn't just a path, it was a symbol of freedom.
Trouble found them in 1947 at the infamous Hollister riot, a weekend that would go down in history as a turning point for motorcycle culture. What started as a gathering of bikers quickly spiraled into chaos. The streets of Hollister became a battleground of rebellion, where tradition clashed with counterculture. It was a moment that forever changed how the world viewed motorcycle clubs.
The media sensationalized the event, painting the bikers as outlaws and rebels. Headlines screamed of lawlessness, and the image of the rebellious biker was born. Over the years, the Boozefighters worked to distance themselves from that lawless reputation, focusing instead on brotherhood, community, and charity work. They began to rewrite their story, one act of kindness at a time.
They've shown that a group once seen as rebels can transform into a force for good, proving that redemption and second chances are possible. The Boozefighters remind us that motorcycle clubs are about more than leather jackets and loud engines. They're about resilience, brotherhood, and the freedom of the open road.
Next stop, the Gypsy Jokers, formed in 1958 in San Francisco, known for their secrecy and international reach.
They're like the James Dean of motorcycle clubs, mysterious, dangerous, and with a rap sheet to match.
Their global presence from Australia to Germany proves the biker lifestyle transcends borders.
But their reputation is far from clean, linked to crimes that keep them on law enforcement's radar.
Despite their notoriety, they maintain a level of secrecy that's almost legendary.
They let their actions speak louder than words, often leaving a lasting impression.
The Gypsy Jokers remind us that some groups still operate in the shadows, adhering to their own codes.
Love them or fear them, they're a fascinating force in the biker world.
In the 1960s, the Mongols formed in Southern California, facing discrimination but rising above it.
They built a brotherhood that transcended racial barriers, earning a reputation for fierce loyalty.
Their rivalry with the Hells Angels is one of the most infamous in biker history, rooted in territory and respect.
It's a feud that's led to countless confrontations and arrests.
Despite law enforcement pressure and violence, the Mongols have persevered.
They're a testament to the power of brotherhood and the allure of the biker lifestyle.
Their story reminds us that unity and shared passion can overcome prejudice and hardship.
The Mongols ride strong, proving resilience in the face of adversity.
Their legacy is one of strength, loyalty, and unbreakable bonds.
And they're not slowing down anytime soon.
In 1949, Arizona's Dirty Dozen Motorcycle Club emerged. Wayuu vets seeking freedom on the road, carving their legacy in the desert. They later merged with a larger group, shaping Arizona's biker culture and paving the way for the Hells Angels.
Shifting gears, we meet the American Legion Riders, veterans, and patriots riding for a cause.
Founded in 1993, they support veterans, active duty military, and their families.
They're not about turf wars, but raising money for charities and escorting fallen soldiers.
With chapters in every state, they're proof that riding and giving back go hand in hand.
They embody patriotism, service, and the open road.
Next time you see them, give a nod of thanks. They're bikers with hearts of gold.
The Legion Riders remind us that the toughest bikers can make the biggest difference.
And they're doing it 1 mile at a time.
Meet the Christian Motorcyclists Association, a group that proves faith and the open road go hand in hand. They're not just riders, they're ambassadors of hope, spreading a message of love, unity, and compassion wherever their wheels take them.
Founded in 1975, the CMA began as a small group with a big vision to share the message of Jesus Christ with bikers and beyond. What started as a humble effort has grown into a global movement, touching countless lives through their ministry.
They're not your typical churchgoers. They're bikers with a passion for riding and faith. Their mission goes beyond the church walls, reaching out to those who might never step into a traditional place of worship.
They minister at rallies, truck stops, and anywhere they can spread the good word. Whether it's offering a prayer, sharing a meal, or simply listening, they bring comfort and encouragement to those they meet.
With chapters worldwide, they unite people under the banner of brotherhood and belief. From the highways of America to the back roads of distant countries, their message resonates across cultures and continents.
They show that God's grace can be found in the roar of an engine and the wind in your hair. For them, every ride is a journey of faith, a chance to connect with the divine in the beauty of the open road.
The CMA reminds us that faith transcends borders and cultures. Their work brings people together, fostering understanding and compassion in a world that often feels divided.
So, next time you see bikers with crosses on their vests, remember, they're riding for a higher purpose. They're not just traveling miles, they're making a difference, one encounter at a time.
Unbroken is more than a motorcycle club, it's a lifeline for veterans.
Founded in 2014, they support veterans dealing with PTSD and the tough transition to civilian life.
They organize rides and events to foster camaraderie and healing.
Sometimes the best therapy happens on the open road with brothers who understand.
Unbroken shows the healing power of brotherhood and shared passions.
They're proof that even invisible wounds can heal with unity and purpose.
And they're riding strong for those who've served. The Mooseriders combine motorcycles and community service under the Loyal Order of Moose.
They ride for a reason, raising money for hospitals, food banks, and more.
They prove bikers can be a force for good in the world.
Next time you see them give a wave, they're making a difference.
The Mooseriders remind us that even unlikely pairings can create positive change.
And they're doing it with heart and horsepower.
The Rip City Riders of Portland, Oregon are all about giving back.
Known for their charity rides, they support schools, fight homelessness, and more.
They believe every mile can be a mile for good.
They're not about flash, they're about rolling up their sleeves and helping.
From toy drives to soup kitchens, they're always ready to lend a hand.
They show that motorcycle clubs can bring people together for positive change.
The Rip City Riders prove the open road can lead to open hearts.
And they're making a difference, one ride at a time.
From outlaws to charity riders, motorcycle clubs are as diverse as the roads they travel. Beneath the leather and loud engines, there's often more than meets the eye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into fascinating subcultures. Until next time, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up. Gap 2S. The story of motorcycle clubs doesn't end here. Across the globe, countless other groups ride on, each carving their own unique path into history. From the Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club, honoring the legacy of African-American soldiers, to the Christian Motorcyclists Association, spreading faith and unity on every highway they traverse. Gap 2S, clubs like the Women in the Wind empower female riders to take the lead, while the Iron Butt Association challenges endurance with its motto of World's Toughest Riders. Even niche clubs like the Vintage Japanese Motorcycle Club celebrate the artistry of bygone eras of engineering. Gap 2S. Each club carries its own story, its own mission, and its own heartbeat. Some fight for causes, others ride for camaraderie, and many simply revel in the freedom of the open road. Together, they make up an intricate tapestry of passion, culture, and resilience. Gap 3S. So, as we close this chapter, remember, there are still countless miles to cover and untold stories waiting to be discovered. The world of motorcycle clubs is as vast and varied as the roads they ride. Gap 1S. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Until we meet again, keep exploring, keep riding, and keep the spirit alive. Gap 2S. The road never truly ends, and neither do the stories of those who ride it. Beyond the clubs we've mentioned, there are hundreds more, each with its own unique identity and purpose. Take, for instance, the Patriotic Riders, whose mission is to honor fallen heroes by attending their funerals and shielding grieving families from disruptions. Or the Blue Knights Motorcycle Club, a brotherhood of law enforcement officers dedicated to safety, charity, and community service. Gap 2S. Then there's the Boozefighters Motorcycle Club, one of the oldest and most storied groups, often considered the original outlaw club, though its modern members focus more on camaraderie than chaos. The Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association unites those who've served in the military, providing support and assistance to fellow veterans. Gap 2S. In colder climates, the Polar Bear Grand Tour challenges riders to take on icy roads and frigid temperatures, proving that the call of the road knows no season. Meanwhile, the Deaf Bikers of America bring together riders from the deaf community, showcasing the universal language of the open road. Gap 2S. For those who ride with a purpose, there's the Bikers Against Child Abuse, a group that provides support and empowerment to children who've suffered abuse. And let's not forget the Rough Riders, blending motorcycle culture with hip-hop, creating a unique fusion of sound and speed. Gap 2S. And for those who prefer a vintage vibe, the Antique Motorcycle Club of America celebrates classic bikes, preserving the history of two-wheeled engineering brilliance. Gap 2S. These are just a few of the countless clubs out there, each spinning its own tale on the asphalt stage. They remind us that the motorcycle community is as diverse as the landscapes they traverse, united by a love for adventure, a sense of purpose, and the unrelenting hum of a well-tuned engine. Gap 3S. As long as there are roads to ride and dreams to chase, the wheels will keep turning, and the stories will keep growing. So whether you're a seasoned rider or a dreamer looking to hit the road, remember, there's always room for one more story, one more journey, and one more mile. Gap 2S. Thanks for riding with us. Wherever your road takes you, may it be one of freedom, purpose, and unforgettable memories.